I want you to picture this. You're sitting across the table from your spouse and every money talk feels as if it's pulling the two of you apart instead of bringing the two of you closer together. In today's economy, it's not just your finances that are strained, it's your marriage too. You're doing your best to stay afloat, but every time you talk about money with your spouse, it seems as if the two of you are in a battle instead of building a way towards your future together. I know that this can be disheartening, but with the right approach, these conversations can actually lead to moments of connection and understanding. Let's dive into why these money talks might be causing damage, and with a few simple shifts, they can actually bring the two of you closer together. First, let's talk about why money talks feel so intense. Money is more than just numbers. It's a symbol of our deepest values, our sense of security, and even our fears. For some, money is about security, ensuring that you have a plan, a safety net, and a clear sense of control. For others, money is about freedom, embracing opportunities and enjoying life in the moment. If one of you leans towards stability and caution, while the other focuses on spontaneity, it can feel as if the two of you are on two completely different wavelengths. Imagine a common scenario that's playing out in many households. One of you may be hyper-focused on saving for the future. You're checking every bill, double-checking every expense, and you have a plan for every single penny that's coming in. Meanwhile, the other is asking, can't we just enjoy life a little? They want to book that vacation and they just want to splurge on something fun. Because you're both operating from your own emotional needs instead of seeing things from the other person's perspective, now it feels like a battle. The saver feels responsible for the marriage's financial survival, while the spender feels as if their dreams are being stifled and dismissed. And the harder that you push for your approach, the more your spouse digs in, creating a game of tug-of-war that leaves you both feeling unseen and unheard. This isn't just about preferences. It's about deeper emotional patterns that play out in your marriage. I really want you to think about this. During money talks, do you notice one of you pulling away while the other one leans in? One spouse might go quiet and completely avoid the conversation altogether. If that's your spouse, they're likely someone who tends to feel overwhelmed and retreats in order to protect their sense of autonomy. To them, money talks can feel like criticism or a loss of control, and their instinct is to create some distance. On the other hand, if you're the spouse who leans in, needs answers, or feels anxious when things are left unresolved, you're likely someone who needs connection and reassurance, especially during tough conversations. For you, money talks aren't just about the numbers. They're an opportunity for you to feel as if the two of you are working as a team, working towards a shared goal. Once again, you're leaning in for connection and reassurance, your spouse is pulling away for space and distance, and the two of you are back playing tug-of-war. Now let's talk about the unspoken truth that you both are hiding from each other. The real reason these conversations feel so tough is because deep down you both have emotional needs that you're afraid the other person won't ever be able to meet. You might be afraid of losing autonomy and control, or you could be afraid that you'll never feel valued or as if your marriage is a true partnership. In every money conversation, these emotional needs are triggered, leaving you both feeling as if you're battling each other instead of building towards a future together. Instead of these conversations being a battle, it can actually be a wonderful opportunity for you both to feel seen, heard, and respected by each other. All right, so how do we bridge this gap between the two of you? Here are some actionable steps. 1, start with validation. We all need it. Let's say you're the spouse who needs to connect. You're the one who leans in. Start by validating your spouse, even if they're not doing a lot of talking. I'll give you an example, but you can tweak this in a way that sounds more natural for you. You can start by saying, I know these conversations can be tough, and I really appreciate you doing it with me anyway. If you're the spouse who tends to avoid these conversations altogether, you can try saying something like, I know these conversations are really important to you, and I'm here for you. Validation is a powerful tool to diffuse defensiveness and create a sense of safety. 2, slow down the conversation. When conversations heat up, it's natural to feel as if the two of you have to quickly come to a solution right away. But slowing down the process actually allows both of you to feel more heard. So when you notice that the conversation is getting heated or either one of you is getting upset, try pausing and saying something like, let's take this step by step by step. What's the most important thing to you right now? and what's the most important thing to me right now. This helps you both stay present without spiraling into frustration or even shutting down. 3. Reframe money talks as a way to build connection. What if money talks weren't about fixing each other, but they were an opportunity to grow together? If you approach it this way, then every discussion becomes an opportunity for you both to understand each other's values, fears, and dreams. It's not about proving who's right. It's about building a foundation towards a future that you both can believe in. Now that you've gotten some strategies to bridge the gap between the two of you during money talks, let's go a step further. Real change doesn't happen in the heat of a conversation. It starts with first understanding your own emotional patterns and how they shape your approach to money. To help you with this, I put together a free guide filled with self-reflection questions to help you uncover what's really driving your behavior. This guide sets the foundation for more meaningful and productive discussions in your marriage. In the guide, you'll find questions to help you identify your core emotional needs around money, reframe financial conversations as a shared journey, create safety through vulnerability and trust, build communication rituals to reduce financial stress, and commit to joint problem solving. The link is in the description below. This guide is a powerful first step in transforming your relationship with money and your spouse, and I'm so excited to offer it to you for free. In addition to the free guide, if you want more insight into your spouse's spending habits, check out my previous video and learn how marriage dynamics influence our financial decisions. Take care.